Hi guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your first time here. Guess why I'm teasing so hard? I'll give you one guess. If you guess new indie makeup that we're gonna put on our face today, or well, I'm gonna put on my face and you're gonna watch, you're correct. So, without more rambling, I want to introduce this beautiful specimen I have from Adept, which is one of my favorite brands in the whole wide world. Fun fact, one of the brands that really started my love for indie makeup. But I have the Arrow inspired palette in my possession. Joining my beauty hoard is the 15 pan shimmer multi-chrome and matte palette from Adept, who are very well known for their Plain Jane palette, which was the first palette I tried from them, which was an all shimmer palette. And then they've had quite a few palettes since then. They collabed with Heather Austin, who is one of my favorite YouTubers. So yeah, if you don't know who they are, I would definitely suggest going onto Instagram and checking them out. But like, I don't want to keep you in suspense any longer. Look at this beautiful palette. Like, the packaging is giving like Natasha Denona, but a step above, because we all know indie brands blow, especially you know, the high-end mainstream brands out of the water for less usually. But yeah, this is the Arrow inspired palette, and the owner of the brand, Sandra, is obsessed with the show Arrow. Now, I very much don't know anything about the show. I've never watched it. I'm not a big superhero person, which she really is. I mean, I like sci-fi, I like horror. So, I mean, I can do superheroes, but it's just not one of those things that, like, gets me the same way that, like, horror movies and supernatural and, like, that kind of stuff does. Anyway, I have talked far too long without showing the inside of this, if you haven't seen it. I'm trying to open it down here so that I don't blind anybody. But this is the masterpiece. We have, I believe she said it was like 6 Mirakaru, I think was the word, multi-chromes, which I want to say it's probably the ones that are like really, really shifty. I don't know exactly what that means. I could go on the Instagram and find out, and I probably should for the video. Maybe I will. Okay, I had to go searching for it, but there are 6 of those multi-chromes, and I believe the name was Mirakaru or Mirakiru or something like that. Again, I haven't figured out what that means yet, but if anybody else watching the video knows and wants to throw that in the comments, I would be very happy to learn that. 3 duochromes, 1 shimmer, and 5 mattes. And I was very, very happy to see some bigger palettes coming from Adept, because normally we get the 12 to 14 shade palettes, which you can create beautiful looks with. You know, I have all of their palettes and I love all of them. But having a little bit more in a palette is always nice, especially, you know, for that like $60 to $70 price point. The more you get for your money, the better. So anyway, you could use a code on it. I definitely used a influencer code, and it was $68 before shipping and a code. So Either way, I'm not sure if it's in stock at the time this video goes up. I know it was sold out and she had put up a pre-order, and I'm really not sure, but I know it was supposedly limited edition. So, you know, I hope you're able to get your hands on it. And if you weren't and you still want it, I hope that you will be able to get it on restock if there is a restock. Totally have no idea at this present moment. Today is the 10th of February that I'm filming this. So the look that I'm wearing right now is not with this palette, because this was the look that I had on today to go to work. But really, looking at the colors in the palette, I could have passed that off like it was. But it's a mix of things, either way. And the video's not about that, so either way. But I am going to throw up some product shots, some close-ups, and if I feel like it, swatches, and basically give you guys some viewing pleasure before I jump into the palette and ruin all the brand new, no fallout, no shimmer everywhere goodness of it. But yeah, I'm really excited to jump in and create a look with it, so we're gonna go ahead and roll the footage.
Don't worry about it. Learn how to use what happens. That's the name of the game. So enjoy.
Hi besties, we're jumping into voiceover because I was definitely rushed. rushed for this look. So the first thing I'm doing is taking a little sunset, I don't know what the set was, BH brush, but it's a number 5, and I'm taking the shade Cyrus Vanch and starting to build up a crease with a little bit of patting and a little bit of kind of sweeping motions, and jumping into the shade James Holder. That's going to be the darkest shade we're going to put on, because this was kind of like basically a 4 or 5 shade look. So we're going to pack that in the outer corner, blend, keep on working it into the Cyrus Vance shade to have them seamlessly mesh together. Then I took a little bit of Martin Somers on a Real Techniques brush, and I am just kind of helping to bridge the two where the two shades met, blending it further. There's very, very little on the brush, but that was just to help kind of get a seamless blend. Taking some NYX glitter glue on a Plouise 7072 flat brush and just giving myself a base for the shimmers and multi-chromes to sit on top of. Basically just cutting the crease with it. Very, very simple way to do a cut crease without having to clean up the lid, and it just helps the shimmer to stay and not crease on you all day. This is a Morphe brush that is my ride or die brush. I don't know what the name of it, the number is, but I'm pretty sure I took the shade Daniel Brickwell and used that for most of this lid shade, or the inner lid for the cut crease, I should say. And I'm just going to pack that on. And it's a little bit of like tapping to kind of bind it with the glitter glue, and then you go and kind of clean it up and make sure the shape is exactly what you need it to be. Now I'm taking the shade Frank Bertinelli, which is that grassy green multi or duochrome, and that's just to kind of give me more of a bright green on the outer edge. So yeah, we're gonna perfect that liner and lashes, and here's the finished look.
Don't worry about it. Learn how to use what happens.
Hi guys. This is my finished 5-minute look because I have no concept of time management. So instead of being able to do something really, really intricate for the first impression, we had to slap 2 mattes on and a couple of shimmers and call it a day. So I ended up doing my base at work as usual and slayed it, of course. I mean, for a 5 to 10 minute look, you would never know. Like, but yeah, this is the finished look, and I hope you guys like it. You know, there's kind of no way to not get a green look unless you pull mattes from another palette. But for the sake of this video, we want to keep it in the palette. So I very much could just leave it at that, but I want to give you guys something a little more, because I mean, just using 4 or 5 shades out of this 15 shade palette is not going to convey the beauty. I mean, it is, but I would rather use some of the other more unexpected color combos to do a more intricate look, and I'm going to try to do that right now. So hopefully what's going to happen is once I hit this pause button, I'm going to wipe this beauty off, since I've already taken pictures already and video of it, so you can see the close-ups. And I'm going to try to create another look before I wipe the rest of my makeup off and go to bed, because I got to work again tomorrow and then Monday and Tuesday. So without any more rambling, we're going to roll look number 2. Hi guys. As you can see, my makeup is the same, except for my eyeballs, which are bare and primed with Plouise rumour number 2 base, and we're fixing to use what we didn't use in the first look and have a nice green adept smorgasbord on our eyeballs again. So we used these 3 mattes, more like these 2 heavily and a little tiny bit of this one. So we're gonna stick to the cool tone side of the palette and maybe throw, maybe we'll, I don't know exactly what we're gonna do, but I mean, this being the deepest shade, we're gonna use that to deepen up the outer corner, because I really didn't have a ton of depth in my first look. It was just like, see how the mattes perform, throw on a look, and go, because that's what kind of mode we were in when I left for work today earlier. So hopefully this doesn't blind anybody. I'm gonna try to sit like this so that I don't blind anybody. Alright, so I'm just gonna pack this on. Oh Lord, this is the problem with me. I don't tap my brush off, and I have my makeup, my base done. So it's like, this is gonna be tough. Alright, so we tap that on. We're gonna start blending. And I'm trying to decide what kind of shape I want to do. Or full or half cut crease. I mean, That's the best way to show a multi-chrome, honestly. And get a lot of lid space to let the shifty shadows do what they do. When you put the shadow down on an unset base, which I never set my base, the shadow is what sets it. It clings. So that's why I like to start with deeper colors and work inward. Or if I, want a really bright inner corner, I start with that shadow and I pack it on where I want it to be the brightest and then blend it out, because where it hits is where it's gonna grip and like boom, be pigmented. um so that's why I don't tap my brush off. That's why I just kind of like to really hit it with that first layer, and that layer is gonna be what's gonna set the tone, is, well, really set the depth is what I should say. And normally it doesn't matter because I don't have my base done. Right now I'm working with my base, from my look from earlier. So I think I decided I want to try something that I never do, and that's bring this in these deeper mattes. Well, the only deep matte really we have in this palette, which isn't a big deal, I'm just saying. I'm gonna bring this in with that same brush. Oh, by the way, this is an Elf brush from the Mint Melt. It doesn't say anything else on it, but you see the shape. It's a densely packed little number, and I love these brushes for packing pigment, blending, like, and it does both pretty well. All right. Okay, so yeah, we've got quite a bit of pigment down with that one shade. And the thing I love so much about Adept Mattes is I really could just use this shade right now, really pack it up in here, without tapping the brush off, and then take less product or really no product at all like I'm doing, and just continue to blend out the edges. And it'll look like I have more than one matte on there. The shadows are so, like, versatile for that reason. Now that that matte shade's blended out, I am going to take the shade Hannibal Bates, which is the minty, and this is a BH blend brush from the Say It collection, and I'm just gonna dip in, swirl around a little bit on that one, and we're gonna tap along the edge, and it's just gonna intensify the kind of blend I already got going on. And we're gonna take this and put a little dot there, and we're gonna go one eye at a time, basically doing the half cut crease with this. I'm sorry that I'm really low energy. I am so incredibly tired, but this palette is giving me life and I need to get a video up. Now we're gonna take Warren Patel as well, which is, I think, the only like toppery shade, because the texture is different. It's more of the flaky formula. A little harder to pick up because the others are very, very smooth. Picked up a little on the brush. I'm gonna work it in. I'm just gonna tap it out a little bit, make sure it's nice and even. And then I'm gonna set that brush to the side because we're gonna need to use it again. And I'm gonna pick a shimmer. We are going to jump on in and use this beauty, which is a very kind of standard, like, burgundy, pinkish to green to yellow shift, but like, it is so incredibly powerful. Like, do you see that beauty right now? Like, ooh, it's so pretty. Or maybe I should use the purple, but I don't know. Well, at least on this eye, we're gonna do this one. Oh my lord, it's pretty. Like, holy cow. So we're packing that on with this Morphe brush, which is got a little bit of tooth to it. And, I'm tempted to actually use something else on the other eye just so we can see how different multi-chromes would look. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that just because I had swatched a couple and I mean, they're gorgeous. So let's do that so we can get like almost like a bonus look in here. So let me go ahead and put the glitter glue on this eyeball, same way we did for this one. I mean, these are just too beautiful. I think I really want to go with this one and this one. So Adam Hunt, maybe in the inner corner. Oh, I'm cutting myself off. So Adam Hunt on the inner corner and Jason Broder on the lid. So we're gonna take you. It's like you can see the shift in the pan, like so crazy without even me really doing anything to it. And we're just gonna tap this out as well. I mean, if you're careful, unlike me who's like actually falling asleep, if you're careful, you could avoid the fallout if you like to do your base makeup first. I just, clearly I'm not used to that. Like, oh, the way that I don't even need another darker matte, another darker multi-chrome to bridge those, because it literally is like matching that to a T is so gorgeous. Okay, I've decided to go with Isabelle Rochev on the inners. Oh, that combo is everything. Like, okay, now I gotta do the lower lash line. This is Harold Backman, and we're gonna take this on the lower, on this eye. Oh, smudge your brush. That is so pretty. And then for this eye, we're gonna use, I think we've pretty much used all of these shades except for Adam Hunt and Montecore. So we're gonna use Adam Hunt and we're gonna put it here just to do something a little unexpected. Oh, I like that. That's different. Not what I was expecting. This is a good way to show how you can do two different eye looks. Which they're different, but they're not. It's just the multi-chromes are different. Different placement of colors, but same shape and placement of like half cut crease with the mattes blended the same way. So this is a good example of showing versatility. So technically we have 3 looks in this video. Is that how I like to do my multiple looks? No, but it's gonna have to do. But I'll be right back with liner, lashes, and the finished looks. Voila! These are the finished looks. Do we see that shift? Or those shifts, I should say, because, oh my lord, everything is looking mighty cool. And so this is the, let's do it this way. I'm trying not to block myself out with the shadow. This is the pinky look. Let's see if I can't just do it this way. And then you can see in the mirror intense grass green, yellow, bronze, burgundy. And then on the inner, like, y'all just have to, you know, stay tuned for the close-up because, well, you can see it real good there. That is that topper shade, I believe, that I used in the inner. And then we put the blue on the bottom, and then I got the blue purple on the bottom on this side, with the one shade, no bridge on this one either. We just put more of the green shade on there and really didn't blend it too much. I don't mind sometimes when my faux cut creases have kind of a harsh line. It depends. Like with something like this where it's an obvious, like we're trying to show the multi-chrome, I don't mind. But it all depends how I'm feeling, because sometimes I want a seamless bridge into the matte, and sometimes I'm just like, I don't care if it cuts off. Today is one of those, I don't care if it cuts off, because it's beautiful. I think out of both, this eye is my favorite, and I'm surprised, because usually I don't like the dark multi-chromes. And I also have some purple, I'm going to lean in so you can see, some purple Ioni lashes on from the garden collection that I have actually found at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. So I love it when my local Dollar Tree actually gets the colorful Ioni lashes, because some of them are really nice. And then this lash was just a lash from, I think, Shein or Amazon, which has some glitter in it. And the pink, I figured the pink would go good with the burgundy.
Don't worry about it. Learn how to use what happens. That's the name of the game. So enjoy.
So yeah, I'm in love with this palette. Like, it didn't surprise me at all that I was gonna love it, but I mean, I think I used every single one of the shades, maybe with the exception of one, but I think I have at least swatched it. Yeah, we're gonna be using this palette a lot. It's the normal Adept quality. It's beautiful. So I am really glad that you stuck around to see my very chaotic video. Hope that you enjoyed the looks. Hope that you enjoyed my crazy Sagittarian energy. And if you did, feel free to subscribe, stick around, comment. Let me know what your favorite shade in the palette is. And if you are shopping your stash, which shade you duped out with something else if you're not actually picking up this palette or haven't picked up this palette already. Let me know what shade you wanted to dupe out with something else so that you could create a similar look. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm Casey, Vanity Case Makeup, across all my socials. Feel free to hit me up on IG for a lot more content and a lot more consistent content, because I'm a lot better at posting there. And yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for today. So I'm going to bed. I'm going to take pictures of this and wipe this look off, or these looks off. And I'm going to get some shut-eye, because I'm going to play with this palette again in the morning. So, but good night, guys. Toodaloo, and thanks for watching.